So I was fucking around and browsing a website my friend showed me, bored out of my mind, when I saw something that caught my eye. It had just released the day before, and I knew straight off the bat it was a B-movie. But this particular B-movie, it's unlike any other I've ever seen.
What do you want from me? Stop! No! Stop! Please don't hurt me! No! I'm too young! Please don't hurt me! Why are you doing this? Please, I have a family! Please, my brother needs me to watch him! My mom! Leave me alone, please! I didn't even do anything to you! I didn't even have the coronavirus! No!
It's just insane. This movie's fucking insane.
I got big balls. I got big balls. I got the biggest balls.
So the movie opens with some footage of Fauci talking at the very onset of the coronavirus pandemic.
Mr. President, a lot of people are concerned about how long all of this might last. Do you have any kind of estimate that it...
2 weeks to flatten the curve. And then you start getting some aerial shots of New York and Times Square, and you see some shots of our director and star of the movie, Jeff Knite. And then you get something particularly special.
What do you get?
I don't think so.
When you cross a mentally ill loner with a society that abandons him and treats him like trash!
Call the police,
I'll
Gene.
tell you what you get!
Call the police.
You get what you fucking deserve!
So this movie is very political. It's very topical, obviously, because it's about COVID. Totally not trying to cash in on the fact that people are going to click on it because it's about COVID. But it's more than a little all over the place. It kind of wants to talk about mental health, and it wants to talk about racial justice, and it wants to do all these different things. It's sticking its fingers into a lot of pies. But you'll see what I mean once we actually get into it. So the movie opens up with our two main characters, Detective Will Jordan and rookie Martina Pippin, aka Pimpin. Pippin gets out of the car and heads into the liquor store as two strippers from the club approach Will's car. The girls, Destiny and Casey, work at the strip club and ask him when he's coming over next to shower them with dollar bills. I'm black, I can say that.
It's good?
Work is good. When you coming to see us?
Yeah, but it's gonna be a minute for me to get back there.
So then Pippin gets out of the liquor store and she sees the girls and she kind of puts two and two together. She tells them to fuck off.
Right, bye, nice meeting you.
Really?
What?
You thought that was funny?
What was funny? They said hello. I know them. Why you get so mad for?
Apparently you know everybody.
Don't hate the player. Hate the game.
Shut the fuck up! So later that evening, Casey and Destiny go back to the strip club to go put in their hours. And, you know, it's just a normal night. Now, one of the strangest things about this strip club is they fucking serve orange chicken. Can't say I've ever been to a strip club. And I can't say I'd ever imagine a strip club serves orange chicken. It's very strange. So that's one sin for this movie. I'm keeping track. So the girls talk about how much money they made off of their 4 sacks of flesh. And then you could see in the parking lot there's a weird looking fucking bloodstain. Like it's red. It's not oil. It's not like tranny fluid. It's... Okay, wait, it's a strip club. It might be. So then Casey checks her bag and she's like, ah shit, I left my phone in there. You know them thirsty bitches? They could take my phone. I gotta go back in there. And then Destiny's like, alright bitch, go do your thing.
You know, I'ma call an Uber. I'll be here, boo. Where's this bitch in the Uber?
You just check your phone. Oh my fucking god! So then the bitch gets stabbed and like, for whatever reason, the camera decides to cut back to the strip club to get one last look at tits and ass before we get into the real meat and potatoes. Oh, never mind. It was just an excuse to apply the makeup in between cuts. Got it. Casey comes back outside. I guess she got her phone or something. Then she sees Destiny's been cut. Oh, that looks familiar. And in typical B-movie fashion, they don't really fucking pay attention to where people are supposed to be. Because he's back at the entrance where Casey just walked out of. Casey books it for her Uber and she jumps in, and the killer's hot in pursuit. Like, oh, I guess the doors are locked now, so I'm not even gonna try.
Fuck.
What?
It's destiny.
It was her destiny to die in this parking lot.
Who is she? One of the dancers from the club. Look, Cap. It's the same mark like the last body.
Fuck, we got a serial killer.
You got her real good.
The killer gets home and he starts washing off the kitchen knife in the sink, and he's just huffing and puffing like Carl Weezer taking a jog.
Let me get a large coffee. Hey, does anybody want coffee? Who wants coffee? I just made a
Make sure it's black. You know I like my coffee the way I like my women. Tall, black, and sexy.
Yeah, I know how you do and who you did. That's your coffee.
Thanks, my beef. All right.
Hey, man. Which way you going, buddy? Hey, what's with the mask? What are you, one of those coronavirus freaks or something? Or are you using it just to hide your ugly fucking face?
What are you, stupid? Don't you see I'm here? Asshole.
What are you, super stupid?
So Pimpin and Will wake up the next morning and they go to work at the precinct. And Will decides to take each step twice at a time because he's a fucking douchebag.
Detective, have a seat.
No, I want to stand up because I don't know what's going on.
Sit the fuck down. Alright guys, so as you know, we have a serial killer on the loose. I'm gonna need your cooperation as we gather a few members of the team to try to figure this out.
Okay, so what's going on?
Okay, well, Detective, do you recognize her?
No. Should I?
For absolutely no reason, Will decides to play stupid and act like he doesn't know Casey, as if it's like a fucking blow to his reputation.
Yo, what are you trying to say? That I got pregnant? I'm the father or something?
Yeah, don't flatter yourself.
You saw? You saw the person?
Yeah, I saw everything. So basically, we're looking for Spanish, 5'7", gray shirt, Tim's.
That's what we're looking for right now is the killer. In New York? That's fucking everybody in New York City, Cap.
Can you send Ruiz and Sanchez in, please?
So this is when Ruiz and Sanchez are introduced to the movie. Two very important characters, remember them. They actually play a very important role. So then the captain puts on a news report with Governor Cuomo telling people to wear masks. And she basically enforces, yeah, you guys have to wear masks on the job now. To which Will goes, what? Huh? What?
I can't fucking breathe in this dumb shit. I gotta wear this not every fucking day to work?
We all do. Join the club.
I should just fucking call on vacation.
I'm gonna have you give the other two. Pass these two to the two guys in the back.
The two gentlemen in the back she's referring to are Ruiz and Sanchez, who are two very important characters.
Me. You don't have a right to infect me. If you are going to be in a situation...
So to speed things along, Ruiz and Sanchez are going to be joining Pippin and Will on their detective work. Casey is going to be staying with Pippin because Will can't be trusted. He's a fucking dog. And then he tries to fuck the captain. She's like, nah, dude.
Oh, Felicia.
What?
Bye.
After Will finishes driving the girls home, we actually get a bit of context as to who the killer is. He's doing this all because of a woman, very large woman, who happens to be sick, probably with coronavirus. But before we're allowed to know too much about him, it cuts to yet another news cycle. This time it's talking about hydroxychloroquine, which means time has passed a little bit. This is the movie's way of telling you exactly what time and date it is. It takes place over the course of the year that COVID is going down. It shows a news report of Nancy Pelosi and Trump getting into it. Nancy Pelosi calls Trump fat.
His, shall we say, weight group had what is morbidly obese, they say.
Yeah. And then Trump calls Pelosi fucking insane.
Pelosi is a sick woman. She's got a lot of problems, a lot of mental problems.
Now, when I said this movie was fiercely political, and I said it had like a lot of messages it wanted to convey, I mostly just meant it's just a shit ton of news clips that they put in here for padding, so also to inject his political message in the most heavy-handed way possible. It's like a Paul-stretched Quentin reviews, really, but it just keeps on happening over and over again. More importantly, during this scene, we also get the motive for our second COVID killer. You know, the other one, the fat one that got made fun of in the gas station. His motivation is that he just wants to be a copycat. That's it. Our scene cuts to Will and Pippin just hanging out in a parking lot drinking Dunkin' Donuts, and then all of a sudden, this really fucked up PT Cruiser comes up out of nowhere.
But you gotta try this.
Oh yeah, remember this strawberry lemonade, it's gonna be important later.
Look at these fucking clowns.
Gotta be fucking kidding me.
This, of course, is Ruiz and Sanchez undercover in their very subtle clothing.
These dudes is fucking clowns. Yo, both of y'all are fucking clowns. You're off the case. Captain said you're done.
Also, this is the last time you see Ruiz and Sanchez in the movie.
And yet in another bizarre
Editing choice, they've decided to make a reference to one of their own other movies that they've made before, called Waiting for Howard Stern.
Howard Stern, it's not gonna happen. Howard Stern is a billionaire. He don't got time to deal with y'all low life.
You know what? We may be low life, especially him, but we are not YouTubers. We are legitimate, independent filmmakers, and we demand respect.
I respect you, guys. And clearly all the people on IMDb who rated your film respect you too. Oh wait.
It's crazy clowny time, kids!
All the reviews are just the guys in the movie giving it 10 stars. It's a classic tale of David versus Goliath when Jeff Knite, a nobody from New York, decides to take on the self-proclaimed king of all media, Howard Stern. After Stern reneges on a promise to allow Knite to promote his film American Pirates on the Howard Stern Show. So this is effectively just them being extremely righteously indignant about not getting onto Howard Stern.
Fucking clowns.
Anyway, back to the movie. Will's back in his apartment having a dinner date with his girl that he hasn't seen in 7 years. He shows her his Jordan collection. I'm not even playing. I know it was just an excuse for Jeff to show off his collection, but goddamn, that's pretty impressive.
What number are these?
Oh, yeah, those are the size 12s, yeah.
Well, you know what number you don't have?
Don't fucking say it. Don't say it.
You don't have the 69s.
The 69s? Jordan never came out with 69s.
I'm not in the beach, this is a bathtub.
They still got the clapper?
Of course.
Fucking brilliant transition. Except literally the very next scene, like, it doesn't even show the girl leaving. He just opens his door and another girl is there to fuck him. This time in full actual nudity that I cannot show on YouTube. And again, the editing in this movie makes me want to break something, because it doesn't show her leaving the house, doesn't show her putting her clothes back on, doesn't show her fucking... No, she just goes to her car and gets murdered.
Hey, what's up, Cap?
Have a seat, detective.
I don't want to sit down. I want to know what the fuck I... So the commissioner, or whoever she is, basically says, oh yeah, so we found this body outside your apartment last night, covered in your spooge.
Now your DNA's on this victim's body. She was found around the corner from your house.
So what are you saying?
What I'm trying to say is, I need you to turn in your firearm and your shield.
What? I didn't even fucking do anything. Why the fuck am I being suspended?
Because you're a fucking suspect!
And fuck that! Sellout.
He calls Felicia a sellout, even though he's the one that spooged all over a murder victim.
What are you gonna say now?
What do you want me to do? I didn't know it was gonna come to this.
You could've fucking texted me and warned me?
You're right. But what now?
Listen to me. I'm still on this shit. They can have my fucking gun and my fucking badge. I'm not doing this shit. I'm still on the case. You know why? I'm proving my innocence to everybody.
He goes to tell Pimpin that he's off the job now and that he's lost his badge and his gun. She's like, okay, hold up. And she goes and she reaches into a drawer and pulls out what I'm guessing is a police issue pistol with serial numbers, which is not fucking good if you ever use that. Before they go their separate ways, they do a little secret handshake, which they fuck up and then just do over again. Except they don't go their separate ways, because the very next scene, yet again, is him opening the door for Pippin, who comes into his apartment.
So what do I owe the honor of having you in my presence in my house?
Well, I feel like all the girls have seen it, and I want to see it.
You want to see it now?
Mm-hmm.
Come on.
Oh my God, it's huge.
I told you it was huge.
After that, we get a scene where one of the nurses that was tending to the COVID killer's wife returns home, only to get slashed at the throat by the COVID killer. Anyway, Casey's living with Pippin for the time being, since she has to be in protection. And apparently nobody in this movie knows how to lock their doors, like every other horror movie, but this one's especially egregious about it.
Sorry to bother you. Can I take a shower?
Yeah, of course. I left a blue towel for you in the bathroom.
Alright, thank you.
As a matter of fact, when you get out, can you come check out these mugshots with me?
Yeah, sure, I'll be back.
Except she never comes back. Now, I'll ignore the fact that she was completely buck-ass naked in the shower one second and then toweled the next with the water still running.
Casey! Will, I need you to come to my house right now. The witness is dead. She has the same mark as the other bodies, too.
As a result of the stress, Pippin decides she has to take a shit. Instead of going after the killer that literally just left her house through the front door moments before, with the gun that she has that she could probably shoot him with,
I got big balls. I got big balls. I got the biggest balls.
I can't breathe, man. I can't breathe. Shut up.
Shut up.
I don't give a fuck if you can't breathe. That's not my fucking problem. You shouldn't have done it.
a little bit of time passes and a lot of news footage, actually, that I'm not going to show you. But Pippin and Will show up on the scene and notice two of their fellow undercover cops committing an act of police brutality, which Will, even though he's suspended, decides to intervene with his badge that he has for some reason.
I don't give a shit, motherfucker! What the fuck you doing? What the fuck are you doing? What's your problem, Will?
Sit down. Don't
Get off my partner!
Don't get up.
Will, I'm a cop.
Right now, you're not a fucking cop. Let me tell you something.
No, Will, actually, you're not a cop. You shouldn't have that badge or that gun. But, you know, anyway, you're an action hero, I'll let it slide.
The difference between us, I'm a cop, you're a fucking filthy pig.
Yeah?
Get your ass over there. Lay on the floor over there.
You're gonna be fucking fired after this. You don't know what you're doing, Will.
Yeah? I'll tell you what I'm doing.
You're gonna lose your fucking career. Remember Serpico?
Fucking move. Don't
Get off my partner!
Those are the last puffs you're gonna put on somebody. Watch.
Get off my partner!
Yo, do we got a fucking problem?
Do we?
Oh my God!
Really? Fucking piece of shit, Haddle. Drop your fucking weapon now. Drop your fucking weapon.
So not only is everybody in this situation completely out of line, Will is acting like he's still a cop when he's on suspension, pointing a gun at people. The undercover cop wearing a MAGA hat has to know that that would be the biggest scandal in the world, and at the exact same time, the COVID killer shows up.
Let me fucking tell... Pippin!
So we can only guess that the killer was going after Pippin because, you know, he's going after all the women that were in contact with the strippers for whatever reason. And he should know that Pippin's armed because she's a fucking cop, but he just shows up with a kitchen knife anyway. Oh, never mind, that's okay, because he could just fucking teleport and fucking fade into shadow again. Just like he did back at the strip club.
Freeze! Will, take the shot!
Martine, I don't have that shot.
Martine, I don't have that shot. That shot you want me to take? I don't have... So not only does Detective Will fail to make the first shot that he has, like, of him running away, he fails to keep on actually pursuing him. Holy fucking shit, they went to the Joker stairs, let's fucking go!
You're fucking dead! You fucking hear me? You're fucking dead!
Thanks for the ride, babe.
No doubt. Anytime.
Don't leave until I get in the house. That's why I called you and not an Uber.
Oh, no doubt. I got you.
Hello? Fucking Brian just left me again.
I wonder what's gonna happen to you.
At this point, you should be seeing a familiar face here. This is the girl from the intro that I used. You'll notice that there's a slight discrepancy. She's being looked at by the COVID killer, yet she's killed by the copycat killer, which is yet another inconsistency. It should be stated that the COVID killer and the copycat killer don't know each other. But anyway, Will and Pippin are back at her apartment. She's recovered. She only got her face sliced open. She didn't get her neck sliced open as all the other victims did. Will brings her the strawberry lemonade. Please remember that, it's very important. Of course, Pippin is pissed off at him because he didn't take the shot, even when he could have. Meanwhile, the COVID killer's baking his knife to try and get the DNA off it, I guess? Or, I don't know, maybe he's doing a hot knife challenge. That scene is followed by the single best scene in the movie, which is Will working out in his bedroom while listening to the Young Turks for a minute and a half straight. I'm not joking.
19 names, like Corona 19. But I could name 19 names.
I gotta say, no. One of the 19 names is not Corona 19. It's COVID 19 or coronavirus. No one calls it Corona 19. He's such an idiot. He said, and who cares how many names it has? Why is that relevant to the story? Names. No, wait, you would still have coronavirus. You can't test anyone. At this point, at least I just saw a great for like 127,000 dead in America. You can't test a person. Those 127,000 speak for coronavirus. What do you say it is? I don't care, guy. I just don't want to get coronavirus because I don't want to be blamed for it. You're a pathetic excuse for being a leader.
And in a startling revelation, we're now receiving details on what could possibly be the COVID killer's motives. Apparently, the COVID's wife, a former stripper.
Hold on just a damn moment. You're not gonna play a clip of the Young Turks talking about Trump misnaming coronavirus and then call your fucking killer the COVID. And then you're gonna tell me that the COVID's wife, who's like fucking 300 pounds, is a stripper?
Who we will not name at this time for obvious reasons, contracted the coronavirus and was admitted to St. Mary's Hospital in the Bronx. She stayed at this hospital as a patient for several weeks until eventually succumbing to the deadly disease. The theory out there is that maybe her case was not handled well by the nurses at St. Mary's Hospital, and he blames them for the death of his wife. Whatever the case, this man is hurting. He is angry, and he wants his revenge.
Peace.
I got big balls, I got big balls, so big they don't fit inside these walls. My balls, they stand tall. My balls, yo, they like to brawl. Punch me in the face, now it's on. You're about to meet King Kong. I got big balls, I got big balls, the biggest balls of them all.
So back at the Joker stairs, now the copycat killer's there, whereas it was the COVID killer before. And I guess because they're energetically aligned or something, the copycat killer takes a nap, and he has this dream sequence where he fights the COVID killer. And it's like a really well choreographed scene, but it's just kinda there, for no reason. Strangely supernatural, even. And what I consider to be a blatant war crime is, the movie makes me watch Jimmy Fallon, which, you know...
Okay.
Anyway, the copycat killer finds yet another victim in the exact same apartment complex where he killed the last lady. He basically just goes in to kill her neighbor. Wouldn't you believe it, the back door is unlocked, and the albino gorilla has found his way inside. He trudges his way up the stairs somehow without alerting anybody to his heavy-ass feet. He decides to go inside their bathroom and hide in the shower and just take a nap while standing, I guess. Or maybe he's psyching himself up, I don't know. The neighbor and her family are inside watching yet another one of Jeff Knight's movies called The Businessman.
Movie's so garbage, yo. Ass but good.
Alright, I have to go to the bathroom. Yeah.
Ew! Ew, 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 ew.
I'm taking a tinkle and a twinkle twinkle.
And then he licked the bowl.
I got big balls, I got big balls, I got the biggest balls.
Anyway, this is it. The finale of the movie. Everything has been building up to this point. A woman jogs home, looking suspiciously like Felicia. Meanwhile, the real COVID killer is hot on her trail. He follows her up to the door knowing that women are too retarded to lock them, and he enters.
Surprise, bitch.
Will, take the shot! Take the fucking shot!
Turn around! Face me! Look at me! Look at me, you coward!
It's all over the news. I'm leaving today. I wanna be a part of New York. Welcome to New York, greatest city on earth. Baby, it's the place of your birth. Like the skyline and the green trees. New York, that's where everybody breathes. From all four corners of the earth. New York's the place to be. Although it could be a little scary. New York's the place to be.
Well, New York, it's a great day. Biden has won the election. But the bad news is, the copycat COVID killer is still out there, and he's much more of a vicious killer than COVID ever was. Every citizen of New York should beware, because this killer has no discretion. He does not limit himself to killing just women. He also kills men. He's also not limited to any type of knife slash. He kills in all types of ways, with all types of weapons, and he doesn't only kill at night. He kills in broad daylight. So please, I'm begging you, the courageous men and women of New York, stay inside and lock your doors. Because the copycat is out there.
So what did I think of The COVID Killer? Let me lead in by saying I'm already a fan of B movies for being inherently shitty. My dad was in one all the way back in 1987 called Blood Diner. I know that making fun of a movie with a low budget, novice actors, and limited filming options is low-hanging fruit, but I sincerely hope Jeff Knite knows that I don't think this is an awful movie. As a matter of fact, as far as B movies go, I was not joking when I said it's unlike any I've ever seen. The amount of inconsistencies don't ruin the overall experience, and noting them becomes something of a game. It keeps you engaged in it, and you could really tell everybody was having a blast, so who cares if it's not that good? That's not what you come to a B-movie for. In its own field, this is one of my favorite B-movies now, and I can't wait to show it to as many people as I can. Despite the fact that I don't even agree with Jeff's politics at all, I can respect them. For future reference, though, I suggest he actually speak his mind instead of letting the news do it for him. And to Jeff and anybody who worked on this movie, if you're watching this, I want you to know that you guys should never give up on that hustle. After all, you're not some stupid YouTubers. You're bona fide independent movie makers, and you can guarantee you've got a new fan.
Holy crap, Lois. We gotta go get the vaccine.
Ooh, the fat man's going to get the vaccine. Ooh, I hope he doesn't get heart palpitations.
This is worse than that time I was trying to enforce mask mandates at the local Trader Joe's.
You guys